Let's talk about the best places to visit in Norway. A little bit of background information. I'm an American. I've been living in Norway for about 3 years now, and I love sharing my experience and talking about my experience. Today we're going to be watching a video called Top 10 Places to Visit in Norway. This will be fun, even for me, because although I've been here for 3 years, I have not seen that much of Norway. So I'm excited to see where we should go next. Let's watch.
My name is Ryan, and I spent the last few summers exploring the beautiful country of Norway, and I want to show you my favorite places. So here's my Norway top 10. Norway has to be one of my all-time favorite countries. The jaw-dropping fjords of western Norway to the sea mountains of Lofoten, Norway offers some of the world's most unique.
Lofoten is a goal. I want to go there so bad.
And diverse landscapes. I just can't get enough of this country. All right, let's start this video off on the magical island of Senja. Now, Senja is located in northern Norway above the Arctic Circle, and it's Norway's second largest island. Senja may be one of the best places in the world to witness the aurora borealis.
I've never heard of Senja. This is interesting. I got to experience the aurora borealis one time. It's not common for the aurora borealis to be down here so far south in Norway, but we had it one night, and life-changing experience, quite literally. Like, speechless. And to be able to see it in full-fledged aurora borealis beautifulness that it is, like in this video, I would probably pass out.
To get there, I flew into Tromsø and rented a car and made the 3-hour drive. The reason I wanted to go to Senja was because I wanted to hike to Segla. Anyways, I drove to this town called Fjords and I got to the base of the hike. It was a surprisingly difficult hike, but eventually I made it to the top and I was just baffled by the view. The rock formation rose hundreds of meters out of the ocean. It was just like nothing I've ever seen before. Now I was just having a...
That's stunning. Oh my gosh. I swear, Norway is it's like a fantasy world. Truly.
amazing time, and I decided I wanted to spend the night on top of the mountain so I could see the northern lights. All I had was a blanket, and I used my camera bag as a pillar, so I found this little mossy cliff ledge and I set up camp there and waited for the northern lights to show up. Around 11 p.m.
That's terrifying. But if you move a lot in your sleep, you just roll right off the cliff. That's bold.
I woke up to the aurora borealis above my head. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. They moved surprisingly fast, like snakes in the Arctic sky. And seeing those lights made me feel like a kid again, and it will forever be one of the most special nights of my life. Some nights you don't need to fall asleep to start dreaming. There are also other amazing places.
It's so weird to explain the feeling that lights in the sky could actually give you, but it is truly like that. Your heart starts racing and you're actually so excited to be experiencing something that is so beautiful and such an insane phenomenon. Oh my gosh, it is so hard to describe.
On the island of Senja is this place called Tunga. It offers an incredible view of the sea mountains across the fjord. Alright, so after Senja, we're gonna head down south to the iconic Lofoten Islands. Like Senja, Lofoten is located in northern Norway, and even though it's in the Arctic Circle, it feels like you're on a tropical island there. I was lucky enough to go there about 2 summers ago, and I had an incredible journey road tripping through Lofoten. Our first pit stop was at this fishing village called Henningsvær to see the world's most scenic football field. When we got there, we sadly didn't have a soccer ball, but we had a good time playing on the field and enjoying the incredible views of Henningsvær. We kept on
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that was a thing.
driving and made it to the iconic town of Rain. Now, when you think of Norway, this is it. It has those red houses surrounded by massive sea mountains. In my opinion, I'd have to say that Rain is the most beautiful town in Lofoten. When I was planning my road trip to Norway, I remember seeing pictures of this place and I just couldn't believe it existed. Now, if you want to do an amazing hike, I'd recommend hiking to Kvalvika Beach. Now, it's about a 4-kilometer trek, and I promise it's worth it. When you get to the beach, you're going to be amazed by the landscape. It has mountains that reminded me of
It so does look like a tropical island. That is wild.
Ocean that looks
The water is so blue.
like the Caribbean, and it's as green as a tropical island. I just can't believe places like this exist, especially in the Arctic Circle. When we were there, we really wanted to get a good vantage point for the sunset, so we hiked up to this vantage point, and I just got one of my all-time favorite shots. I mean, I just couldn't believe those colors, from the orange mountain to the green slope to the crystal blue sea. I can't think of a better place to watch the midnight sun. After Lofoten, we're gonna head to Saltstraumen to witness one of the world's largest whirlpools. So over 110 billion gallons of water pass through this 3 kilometer strait every 6 hours, making for one of the strongest currents in the world. Now water speeds can reach over 37
It looks terrifying.
kilometers. One of the coolest features of Saltstraumen is the whirlpools that the changing tides make. Now, while they aren't the whirlpools you'd imagine in movies like Pirates of the Caribbean, these whirlpools can get over 33 feet in diameter with a depth of over 16 feet. You can take a boat ride through the current, or you can witness the whirlpools from the bridge above.
Why would you do that? That sounds so dangerous.
As for me, I'm going to stay as far away from that water as possible. After the whirlpools, we're going to take a drive to one of Norway's most famous routes, the Atlantic Ocean Road. This 8.3 kilometer road runs across an archipelago of islands as it connects the islands of...
Is that one road that's in, is it 007? That road is in? I think it might be. I think it is 007. Iconic road, very iconic road. I think if you were to just search Norway on Google, you would see a picture of this road.
Of Averroy to the Romsdal Peninsula. The Atlantic Ocean Road was completed in 1989 and cost 122 million Norwegian krone to make. It's made up of 8 bridges and 4 resting places. The route is an impressive feat of engineering, and it won the Norwegian Construction of the Century Award. So if you decide to go on a Norway road trip, you have to take a drive on the Atlantic Ocean Road. While we're still on the topic of roads, if you drive just 2 hours south, you'll reach another one of Norway's most famous routes, Trolltunga. Now Trolltunga, or the Troll's Path, is a serpentine road that makes over 11 hairpin turns as it descends on a 10% decline to the valley below. Trolltunga has 2 powerful waterfalls that pass through the road. The Stigfossen waterfall has a total height of 240 meters. I mean, that's just freaking huge. Another really cool place in the area is Trolltunga, or the Troll's Wall. It's Europe's tallest vertical overhanging rock face at about 3,600 feet high. I mean, just unbelievable. Alright, after Trolltunga, you can make the 2-hour drive south to visit the Geiranger Fjord.
I've been there. Geirangerfjord, I think is what it is. Geirangerfjord. Geirangerfjord. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. And we got to see it when there was a huge cruise ship in it as well. And I think they're stopping that, or they have stopped that this year, I believe. So that was cool. Being able to see like a big cruise ship in there as well. I mean, just beautiful, breathtaking views.
Now, Geiranger Fjord is one of Norway's most popular destinations. The fjord is over 260 meters deep and is surrounded by massive mountains that are over 1,600 meters high. There are many viewpoints to get the best perspective of the fjord. One of the most spectacular features of Geiranger Fjord is the Seven Sisters waterfall. The waterfall consists of 7 separate streams that descend 410 meters to the water below. The best way to see the fjord is by boat. You can take a cruise ship or a 1-hour ferry of Geiranger to Helisilt for about $35. This is by...
I remember thinking when we were driving on this road how interesting it was that you have on these huge mountainous side, like on the side of a mountain, you'll have a farm, or it's most likely a farm, right? If it's way far out, seemingly no road to get there. And then you see just like this insane stairway coming down to the fjord and a little dock at the end of it. Because most likely some of these farms you're only able to reach by boat. So you have to get on your boat and go into the town and vice versa to get to and from your little farm. Like, that's wild. And they are way up on the sides of these mountains or on the sides of these fjords, and it is it's like mind-blowing to imagine that kind of lifestyle.
By far the best way to witness the waterfalls and majesty of the fjord. Another amazing nearby destination is Lysebotn. The lake is about a 2-hour drive from Geiranger. Now Lysebotn is home to some of the most beautiful lake water. It has a unique turquoise hue with incredible back.
That's beautiful. I am adding that to my list. I want to go there this summer. I want to do that.
Of the mountains. While Lysebotn is stunningly beautiful, the area has had its fair share of tragedies over the last few centuries. In 1905, a massive rock from the Rumnefjell mountain came loose and fell 500 meters where it hit the water, and it caused a 40-meter tidal wave that wiped out a small village completely off the map and killed many others. Despite the tragic history,
What? That's wild. I didn't even know that was possible. I didn't even know that was a thing. That's super scary.
Lysebotn is a place you gotta visit. It's hard to beat the beauty of this Norwegian lake. After Lysebotn, we're going to head to the iconic Trolltunga. Now, Trolltunga is possibly the most famous rock formation in Norway, as it shoots over 2,000 feet from the lake below. Trolltunga is definitely one of the hardest hikes you'll ever do. It's a 28-kilometer round-trip trek that takes anywhere from 8 to 12 hours to do, so make sure you give yourself plenty of time. You can start the hike at the main trailhead and hike in 14 kilometers in to reach the famous Trolltunga rock. If you go between June...
I know. You cannot catch me doing that. That's crazy. Not only an 8 to 12 hour hike, that's crazy in itself, but standing on that rock? No.
1st and September 30th. You don't need a tour guide, but if you go in the winter months, you definitely need one because it is a little sketch. While it is a strenuous hike, it offers some of the best views in Norway. After Trolltunga, we're gonna head over to Lysebotn to drive down Norway's craziest road. Now, Lysebotn is a small village that's about a 6-hour drive from Oslo. Now, what I think is so scenic about Lysebotn is the road that leads down to it. It consists of 27 hairpin turns that descend down the fjord to the village below. When you're at the bottom, you're gonna be amazed by the surrounding walls of the fjord. If you're down for a hike, you can trek 12 kilometers to Lysebotn, which is famous for its rock wedge between the cliff walls. Looks a little...
I've seen that. That's iconic. I haven't seen it in person, but I mean, I've seen like pictures of the rock. It is extremely iconic place to visit in Norway and terrifying. One day it's just gonna... and hopefully there's not a person on it.
Sketch to me, but hey, I'd send it. After Lysebotn, we're gonna head over to the nearby...
I would probably do it too. I would probably do that one. I don't know, it seems a little bit scarier than the Trolltunga thing, but I don't know, it's just so iconic. I would probably have to do it.
Pulpit rock. Located in the same fjord as Lysebotn, Pulpit Rock is a famous flat-top cliff with a straight drop of over 600 meters. To get there, you can park in the base camp and make the 6-kilometer hike. The rock can be super packed, so if you want to avoid the crowds, you can wake up super early and get to...
That seems so dangerous. Like, just one misstep and... yeah.
Pulpit Rock before everybody else. I just can't think of a better place to watch the sunrise. I just can't believe how big the cliff walls are. I mean, it just goes straight down to the fjord below. I mean, it's just such a stunning and unique place. All right, to finish this video, we're gonna head back to the Arctic Circle to one of the world's northernmost inhabited areas, Svalbard. Now, Svalbard is located...
Svalbard would be very cool to see one day. It is, I believe, the only place in Norway with polar bears. Maybe very, 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 very north of Norway has polar bears, like near the Russia border north. But I'm pretty sure Svalbard might be the only place with polar bears, and that scares me a little bit. But I think it would still be so cool to see. And they have that like seed thing where the seed vault, that's what it's called, where like every seed known on Earth is in that vault just in case some catastrophic event happens. That's pretty cool.
Right between the North Pole and Norway. The capital of Svalbard is this town called Longyearbyen, which has a population of a whopping 2,000 people. What's cool about Svalbard is that it's a visa-free zone, so basically anyone can move and work there. The archipelago is also home to the Svalbard...
I didn't know that. That's so interesting. I wonder why. Wonder what's the purpose of that?
Svalbard, a global seed vault where thousands of the world's seeds are kept in case of a global catastrophe. The biggest danger on Svalbard is the Arctic cold and polar bears. In some places, you're required to bring a gun to protect yourselves against them.
I've seen that. There's someone on Instagram. I will put her name here or in the description. She's super, super, super good at what she does on social media. But she talks about having to take her dogs out at night and bring the gun along just in case. Which, that's crazy. Doing something so mundane and easy as taking your dog out, but you need to bring your shotgun because there might be a polar bear. Wild.
One of the most interesting places on Svalbard is the Russian settlement of Barentsburg. Barentsburg started as a Dutch mining town in the 1920s, but was sold to the Soviet Union in 1932. Now the settlement has a population of over 400 people, mainly from Russia and Ukraine. I hear it reminds people of North Korea because it's just such a strange and unique place. Well, that is it for my Norway top 10. There's so many places I wish I could have included in this video, so I'll have to make a part 2. Norway is such a stunning country and hope you all can visit and witness its beauty. Where is your favorite place in Norway?
Very cool. Very cool. I definitely added some more places to my bucket list, but I want you guys to tell me where I should go in Norway. I am itching to go see more of Norway this summer. Beautiful, stunning, stunning country, and I'm so lucky to be able to experience it. All right, see you in the next one. Bye.